All right. All right. All right. We are live. Bitcoin, guys. What is happening with the market? Are we in a black swan? Are we in trouble? All of that type of stuff I will talk about tonight. I need everyone, and I mean everyone, smashing the like button on this YouTube live, guys. Let's trend as the #1 crypto crash live on YouTube tonight, right now, right at this second. We're live on other platforms, but tonight I want to focus on YouTube and obviously Twitch as well. Smash up that like button, guys, if you're joining on YouTube. Let's see what the market is doing. CJDV retrograde was just going up. Essentially, retrograde was the fake momentum. We know we're on a downtrend. I'm not buying the drop, though, okay? What I mean by I'm not buying the drop is I don't believe this drop is going to continue. I'm going to tell you guys why. If this drop continues, then we need to relook at the whole market. But let me redraw everything here. We're going to redraw everything, set everything up, because we were looking amazing today. The 4-hour was oversold. Bollinger Bands were coming in. We did have a pump, right? We called the pump last night. So let's kind of go back to last night and see what happened. Okay, so here's the Bollinger Bands. Here you're oversold. This was very good, okay? Right here. So this was very, very good, guys, because we were moving up. We pumped all the way to almost 92. Everything was looking amazing until it wasn't, okay? Here's one question I have for the market. Is this manipulation or is this distribution? Because New York is going to open tomorrow, and one of two things are going to happen. We're going to accumulate or we're going to manipulate. This is looking more like manipulation to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if we were to really dump if this isn't manipulation, we're going to dump all the way back down here. It is going to be distribution offloading, okay? This is not a drop, guys. Again, this is not a drop. And the reason that this is not a drop is pay attention to this, okay? Obviously, everybody probably got liquidated. Everybody probably got stopped out. I've been using low leverage on trades for quite some time, couple days. I wanted my Bitcoin long. Everybody should have wanted their Bitcoin long. They should have got stopped out in profit. And on the XRP trade, you should have got stopped out, probably in a loss, okay? So that's the trajectory. One win, one loss is what it is. And again, with the XRP trade too, we're looking at a pump, and I'm going to show you guys why. So we've got the 4-hour inverse head and shoulder, brutal inverse head and shoulder, because if you look, you technically want the shoulder here. So it is a brutal inverse head and shoulder. Nonetheless, it's a head and shoulder. If you go to your 18-hour, you can see the shoulder, a little bit of a head. There is a fair value gap here, okay? So you can see the fair value gap here, guys. We kind of push into this fair value gap. we're most likely going to go up. But the reason I'm saying this is manipulation is because for this to be a distribution drop, we would pretty much have to drop all the way back down to in this area, 79,000. I don't see this happening. Okay. I see this reversing into New York or accumulating. Okay. And you can kind of see this big drop is oversold at the moment, right? And there's a big gap here for us to pump essentially. Now I'm not longing the market. I will not long the market. I refuse to long the market right now. We also have another 1 hour and 48 minutes on this drop. Okay. So guys, make sure you guys are liking up the YouTube live. Okay. And make sure you're opening up twitch.com/beast limitless trading in another window. Shout out to 70 fam members, guys. We got 70 community members here on Beast Limitless. We just started posting last week and we're almost at 100, and a lot of this is actually organic. Okay, look at the thumbnail title, guys. Look at this. Wait, that's not it. Actually, I'm gonna post it. This is the best I've got for today for the thumbnail. There is your thumbnail. Live trading Tokyo. No Bitcoin logo, just the black swan. All right, live trading Tokyo. All right, so the Tokyo session is probably in manipulation. We can bet that it is going to be in manipulation. The problem I have with this market and longing at the moment is because now you're overbought, okay, and you're dropping. So even though this drop might be manipulation right here, there's a possibility New York distributes on a Monday and completely dumps it all the way down to 80. So this might be manipulation. But New York is really going to set the tone, okay? London is probably going to accumulate. It is a possibility we offload and we distribute into London, right? We're going to put on our session right here. And there, you can see Tokyo. You can see the Tokyo session right here, guys, right? So there's the Tokyo session. We can also see our Bollinger Bands tightening on the longer time frame. Okay, and this means that there's a tighter range that we're going to play in this in the market. Okay, so we're going to rechart everything. One of the reasons is because I want to see my key levels. I want to see where this can drop to. If you're new to our network, our community, guys, type it in the chat. If you've been here for a while, let me know where you're tuning in from. And I'm actually glad we're getting some momentum, whether it is a crash or a mega pump, because I'm tired of the consolidation. It has been so boring. Normally, after a pump or a dump, we retrace up. So I don't see the market necessarily crashing until we hit this area, 100K. What I am confused about, though, is this is our middle line or our conversion line. We need to remain above. We need to remain above 86.4 unless it is going to be a manipulation wick. Okay, but we've got a downtrend for the next 1 hour and 40 minutes here. Okay. Did anybody play broccoli after the live last night, guys? I made some good money trading broccoli. Made some money, good trading broccoli last night, guys. I do want to go look at broccoli, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to this for 1 hour here. And we are going to look at our main zone, our volume node. Okay. Here's our volume node for price to accumulate in. I've got this AMD thing down pretty good. I don't know if you guys have been watching my AMD thesis. And it is in Forex, by the way, right? AMD is in Forex, but I've got it down very good because Bitcoin is a big enough asset to look into it. And the reality is trades are trades. It doesn't matter if it's Forex or crypto. You just got to put more research into it, right? So with AMD, again, I personally think we're manipulation right now, which means that London is probably going to be accumulation from whatever this is, 80,000, 85,007 to about 87.8. Okay. So in this area, we are probably going to accumulate before dropping again. The question is, are we going to reject in New York? And is that where the real drop is going to happen? So essentially, you do something like that. You'd accumulate into London. The drop already happened, okay? A lot of fair value gaps here for liquidity for shorts build up. But then you range into London and you would either, you're probably going to distribute into New York. The question is, which direction is New York going for? That is what I want to know for. Which direction? If we're going up, then that is going to be manipulation. But this is just a very quick drop. It is a very quick drop. There's a possibility that we do manipulate into New York. I got to figure it out, right? But we know New York or Asia is manipulation or distribution, okay? So we've got that figured out, and we know London's probably going to be accumulation. We've got that figured out. So now that we got that figured out, we're probably going to trade in the direction that it is going tomorrow for New York. I want to check out XAU. I want to check out gold because New York market's open tomorrow. And gold isn't really doing anything at the moment, because the markets are obviously opening tomorrow. So, holy man, guys, turbo, right? So back to Bitcoin here. I'm not going to trade Bitcoin here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a short, because now we're in a shorting, like, even though we're very, very oversold, we're short all day. Until this MACD crosses back up on the 4 hour, there's no way I'm longing anything. Especially now that the monthly close finished. So in retrograde, guys, we dropped. In retrograde, we pumped. That is not good. Okay. The market is in trouble. Crypto is in trouble. Bitcoin is in trouble. Remember I told you guys you don't go against a monthly? I think I've made this very, very clear across the lifetime of the channel. Now we're not trading the monthly. We're not trading the monthly. Absolutely not. But we need to know the direction of the monthly. And this monthly is not looking good. So there is going to be a bounce, in my personal opinion, to the top, whatever the top is. And then after that, I would say we're probably going to break 76K, honestly. It doesn't even look like we're going to hold that area. Now, we bounce up to whatever this is, 99, 98, maybe 100. I don't see 100 now. I see 99 or 98 going sideways a bit. Ranging, faking everybody out. Oh, Bitcoin's coming back up. We had the drop already, and then drop. It's the same thing with XRP, guys. Did I expect XRP to drop? No way, because we were in a very bullish pennant. But now this is even looking more bullish than it was before, because technically you're in an inverse head and shoulder, even though I don't want to call it that. It is an inverse head and shoulder here. If you look on XRP, if you're bouncing off of this fair value gap here on XRP, I would say that is when we're going to shoot back up. After here, I'd be getting rid of all my crypto. If XRP rejects right here, because we are going to come back up here, even if XRP, guys, drops all the way down to here, food for thought, right? Riddle me this. Then we are going to come back up to 263, and that is probably going to be your major drop. If you look at the monthly, I would be shocked if we didn't hit 260 to 270. If you look at the monthly, guys, everything is completely dumping. One more shot in the market. Now XRP has crossed over on the monthly. So remember what I said in my video. We are probably going to pump to that 270 target and crash and burn. There's one more shot to get out of crypto. And this isn't even me being bearish. I'm not trying to be bearish, guys. I am just spitting the facts. There's one more shot to get out of crypto. You don't need to panic now, okay? You don't need to panic now. There's no reason to panic now, because we didn't hit the top of the daily on our downtrend. If it doesn't happen, then we're just going into an insane bear market and we need to figure it out. But if it does happen, then we are going to hit the top and skyrocket. What is up, fam? What is up, guys? Smash up that like button. Let's make this the top YouTube live tonight, okay? The top. So we're looking at a big bit of a drop here continuously in this accumulation range. You guys are going to look at that accumulation. You want it to continue dropping, trust me, because that will take you to okay, at that point, that'll take you to the 5, but it should. So here would be the golden bounce in this area on Bitcoin, guys. If we bounce down to our 618, around 84.9 to 85, capitulate tomorrow, New York opens, and we keep dumping, right? 84.9 to 85 would be my bounce area. And then I would look for a continuation to about 99K. Okay, so that is my plan with Bitcoin. Now we got to look at some trades. So I do want to point out broccoli because broccoli is going to really dump, and I am in a short. I've been in a short the whole night. Now, obviously, we're coming up here on broccoli a bit, but This is looking extremely bearish. If Bitcoin does keep dumping. So after we break this channel, broccoli is obviously going to continue up. It looks like we are just going to crash and burn on the 18, on the daily, on the 3-day, and possibly broccoli chases that wick, right? To Valhalla after the golden bounce. Here's the thing, to Valhalla to 99K, but if we don't break 99K or 98 at the top of the channel, we are absolutely going down, right? Okay, so we've got XRP we looked at. We've got Bitcoin we looked at. Let's take a look at Ethereum. See, everything is forming an inverse head and shoulder, but it is a brutal inverse head and shoulder. Like, this is a brutal inverse head and shoulder, guys. It isn't even a proper inverse head. Like, it is an inverse head and shoulder, but there's my short. So if you took that short on Ethereum, there it is. It hit resistance and it again dumped. What's up? What's up? Not sure why it says Chase Sissel. I don't know. What is up, fam? How you doing? So even though this is an inverse head and shoulder, guys, it is technically not an inverse head and shoulder. I'll be real with you. Not at all. And you can even see Ethereum here is dumping on the daily. Right, so we've got a drop on Ethereum on the daily. Are we on Rumble? It'd be cool if we're on Rumble tonight. I'm so confused. Rumble is a good platform, but I'm confused on how to use it. I can't even find my profile. Dashboard. No. Account settings. How do you view? Okay, Rumble didn't set up my stuff. Like, how do you edit? I have no idea how to edit on Rumble. Oh, edit. There we go. There's the editing. Okay, guys, give me a minute. I need to edit this because this is not gonna trend on Rumble right now like this. 1 minute, please, and thank you. I'm confident on the market, guys. Like, I got spot trades. Sure. Why not? Where's... Okay. Now it looks like we should be live on Rumble. I don't know. There we go. If you guys don't have Rumble or have Rumble, all right. Ponky is being delisted from Binance. That's pretty crazy. A lot of meme coins are getting flushed out. Exchanges don't want it anymore because of liquidity, right? Okay, so we're still in the range right here, guys. Right here. Still in the range of the accumulation phase. What is happening with my chart? Okay, we're in logarithmic. Seems so small. Let's go. Let's go. By Jay, you're talking about Jordan, right? Or am I out to lunch? I would like to find a bounce on XRP because I know it's going to pump up to 275 or 260-ish. Just need to figure it out. The bounce should be in this area right here. Airly, what is up? Welcome to the Twitch Live. 1,600 in USD, 18,800 ETH are the values you're looking at. You're not wrong. You're not wrong for sure. If we go chart out ETH on a normal spot account here, just from doing a normal chart on Ethereum. Longer term. So let's say this was the top of the market. Yeah, spot on 1,600. Pretty much to a T, 1,600. And then if it breaks that parallel channel, which is also going to be that fair value gap and volume node, 800. I would say, honestly, I would probably say around 600, but 800 to 1,000 is pretty legit for sure on ETH. Because that's the bounce off the parallel channel. So actually, if you look at the macro, guys, believe it or not, I know this sounds crazy, but if I show you guys a lower, Jordan, what is up? Shout out to you, man. If I show you a lower time frame or a higher time frame, Ethereum is actually on an uptrend. Believe it or not. So ETH is one of the only coins beside WLFI right now, which is on an uptrend. which means that there would be about potentially around 1,600 to 1,500, right? If it breaks here, you're in trouble. But what this also means is that Ethereum can dump, and most likely 99.9% will dump to around $1,600 US. If we break it, we're coming lower. But as of right now, that would be the key bounce on ETH. Right? That would be your key bounce on ETH right here, guys. And you're looking at about 1,550 to about 1,600 on Ethereum. Now, if we break this parallel channel, you probably are looking at about I would say about 600 on ETH. But right now we can't comment on the parallel channel because it is in an uptrend, okay? And this is one of the things, guys, is that ETH isn't really dropping like Bitcoin because ETH is in an uptrend. So the sells are shorter than the buys. As of right now, it's probably going to tank. But that is my area on Ethereum. That is where I'd be looking for the bounce. And that means that Ethereum might go on a little bull market when it comes back here because now new buyers are going to be set up, right? So Bitcoin's still dropping, which is good. I want it to in that zone. Let's see if we get the bounce in this region here, 85.7. Now, there's a possibility, guys, that Bitcoin does drop. There's a possibility we drop down to so here's your breakout, right? I think I said this on the live earlier. I told someone this, but there's a possibility we drop all the way down to 83.6 because that 83.6 would be the back test of the channel, technically. And if we look at that 83.6 target, that would be pretty much lining up with your 618, right? Rumble is frozen. All right, that's fine. There we go. I finally figured it out. Whatever. We're live on Rumble, so it's what it is, right? So you're going to get a bounce in that area. I would not be shorting right now, guys. There's not enough risk to reward. The short was up here. All I would be looking at is waiting in limbo to look for the bounce or to eye out your continuation, because now there could be a lot of money here if New York is actually going to send this tomorrow. There also could be a lot of money here if New York drops it, because I do believe we're in a manipulation phase, but into New York, we're going to really see the true direction of the market. Because even right here too, we've got that fair value gap. What is Zen. I really wanted to short Zen, but it's tough because we've just been ranging at the middle for a bit. Yeah, this would have been a beautiful short. Still a good short, but Zen is looking pretty good. True direction of the market is 0. Yes and no. AMD helps us determine the direction in the parallel channel in the down. We're obviously in a downtrend. There's no thing about it. We're not in an uptrend in the market. But you can find the direction of the market just with little things, knowing about the New York session, Tokyo, the downtrend. Like, I wouldn't be longing anything right now until, you know what? This is going to be a fake out. Why is this going to be a fake out? Because I just realized that Bitcoin never hit the top of the RSI on the 4-hour. So it's looking more like manipulation to me whenever we bounce. Typically, we're going to hit the top of the RSI. Not always. If we're bearish, not always. But we never hit the top. So maybe a bit of a range and accumulate and then run throughout the week, possibly to the top. But we have to hit the top of the RSI at some point. Yes, it can come back down here. Then it would just be creating a higher low. That is a big drop. If you look on your RSI a lot of times, like, of course, it's going to show a drop or a pump like this, but that is a big RSI downtrend candle right there. All right, let's see what is coming up here for all right. So we're going to go to, actually, let me go to the liquidation heat map. Then we're going to go to the RSI heat map here. Welcome to all the new people in the live. I appreciate you guys. We have our own app, mighty.beastlimitlesstrading.com. Well, we took out, yeah, like, not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let's go to the RSI heat map here and have some fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. So Pippin is still very overbought. So obviously there's going to be a short opportunity here. Like, it keeps on going up and up and up. I see Pippin running to the top. Even in this drop, Pippin has been looking really, really good. So we're going to set an alert right here. I want to go check out Near Protocol. Not that I want to, but brutal. Brutal. Okay, so now if we're looking at Near, since Near is not doing the same thing as ICP, looks like Near is going to come down all the way to the bottom. and chase this wick. Now, remember what I said, guys. A lot of projects, asset, Bitcoin, whatever, is going to come down to chase this wick, and then you might get a recovery, or you're going to break it. But there's a lot of stop hunting going on to chase these wicks on every project. Bitcoin already fulfilled the wick on the higher time frames, or actually on the chart. So near pro, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert on near down here, just right here, and then I can see what near is going to do. How about Mon? Imagine if you guys would have held Mon. That would have been a $4,000 trade, a $4,000 trade. So now here is what happens. Japanese Fed chair talking now, any minute. If they raise rates, see what happens. So now here's a really good chart to watch. Mon is, we shorted it up here. We took profits somewhere around here. We made money. We made a lot of money on Mon. But now you're looking for it to hit the bottom of the channel and form bullish divergence, hopefully, on your 18 hours somewhere around here. That would be a double bottom, a continuation from a downtrend or of a downtrend. And as long as you don't break this, then you should run up back to that area and keep on playing the downtrend. This is a very good trade, guys, to play the downtrend, right? Very, very good trade to play the downtrend on Mon. Okay, so we've got a 1 hour candle here on Bitcoin. Let's see if we hold this accumulation zone or we break it. Again, personally, I think we're going to break it down to 83.6 because that is our 618 Fibonacci golden ratio, and that is where it broke out. So keep in mind, guys, Bitcoin already broke out on a smaller time frame, okay? One that doesn't really matter, but it could play out in this essence. And then if you bounced off 83.6 to about 83.7, you're probably going to get the continuation up to 98 to 100K. Now, if it breaks this, then you're in very big trouble. And then you can see it coming all the way down here to your 76, 77 target. Make sure you guys follow on x.com if you haven't. Post the live, share the live, please and thank you. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, it means a lot. We got a lot of views on this one, good quality, stuff like that. So share it, post. This is the good part. DOM is dropping. So even though we're dropping on Bitcoin, we're dropping on DOM, which means that money is transferring from Bitcoin to altcoins. Keep that in mind. We've got major support right here, but we come down again. That is going to be another drop. And here we get the drop, right? So we have the drop right here. We want the drop. This is what we want. We want this to drop as far as possible because there should be a continuation up at some point to hit the top of the downtrend. There really should be. I'd be very, very surprised if there wasn't. If there isn't, then we're very, very bearish. And we already know we're very bearish. We're already below. We faked out here on this fair value gap. Okay. Not too bad. BTC DOM is dropping because there is money transferring into altcoins as well, because when DOM drops, money is definitely being transferred into altcoins. If you look at total 3, yes, it is dropping, but it hasn't actually, well, there you go. It hasn't actually broke the trend. So remember, guys, when we were looking at this last week, total 3 is still on an uptrend. Until total 3 breaks this uptrend, actually, you might be breaking it. Hold on, you're riding it kind of. You're literally about to tank on total 3. So altcoins are going to come down too, which they are. But DOM dropping is a good thing. I don't see this inverse head and shoulder playing out on total 3. I just don't see it. But yeah, specifically USDT is where people would be investing right now. As you can see, USDT skyrocketing, right? Did USDT bounce off of our trend here? Let's redraw that. Again, guys, I'm not longing anything right now. Not yet, because I want to see what London, and I don't really care what London does. I'll probably be asleep. I want to see what New York does. So USDT is... I would say we get a pump on USDT dominance, a fake out, a drop back down to this area, and then a continuation up. It all depends on what Bitcoin does. Yeah, this is... If we look at tether dominance here, we can see that we have a nice little uptrend. We hit the top already in the shorter term. If we're following that little sideways channel we're in, which would technically mean we get a pump here and then a drop. But if we break out of this, we're looking for the back test. And then we're looking for a continuation up, and that is obviously brutal. I would even go the monthly just for fun. And guys, we can see the monthly is rocketing. The monthly is very, very bullish. Symmetrical to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bearish and the monthly is bullish. So in the long term, let's just say food for thought, we break this 9%. USDT dominance could go to all-time highs. We have some resistance right here on our RSI. So if we start rejecting this, then we are going to come down. But if not, this could be one of the biggest transfers of wealth in 4 years. And I'm not talking to projects. I'm talking about to stable wallet for sure, based on that, right? Based on that. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, fam. I appreciate you. I'm so happy to be doing lives again and trading again. I'm glad that hiatus was needed because 4 years of going strong kind of burnt out. Make sure you guys are running Twitch in the background. I know a lot of you on YouTube run it in the background. All right. It does help us trend. And we are going to absolutely take over. There's still, okay, Airly, I'm going to be respectful to you, right? There's still money transferring from Bitcoin to altcoins. That is what dominance means. It is money transferring from one asset from which Bitcoin, essentially, people are putting money into another asset, which is altcoins and other safe assets. So, and I know this for a fact because I've read trading books by Wall Street, and they literally say that. Typically, when you have money from Bitcoin dropping from DOM, you're transferring it to altcoins. It doesn't mean that altcoins are going to pump. It just means that money's coming out from Bitcoin to altcoins. Okay. So I appreciate the feedback, but I'm not saying altcoins are going to pump. It is just meaning that people are moving their money from BTC to altcoins, right? CJDV, how you doing, brother? XMR, I gotcha. Kind of running. I wouldn't really. Quant is also one of them. A lot of people have been buying quant. I don't know. XMR is okay, but it is just at resistance, flowing, overbought. If it goes a bit higher, there's some bearish divergence. You've got a channel right here. You've definitely got an uptrend. I wouldn't be shorting it. Maybe if it hits the top. Guys, remember when we were looking at XMR about a year ago? And I was telling everybody to buy it down here. Who remembers that? If you're new to the channel, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I was saying buy XMR. Let people be fearful down here. 111. Now XMR went up to 480, guys. 480. This is why when people are fearful, you're greedy. And when people are greedy, you're fearful. Yeah, the same thing with Pippin, right? What is Mantra doing? OM. I don't think Mantra's going to do anything for a bit. Yeah, no, Mantra's going to go chase the wick, right? Mantra's, I'll say this, Mantra's on a beautiful downtrend. So if you guys want to make easy money, you play what is a pattern. I did say that about Pippin too, yeah. So this would be the channel of Mantra, but it looks like Mantra is going to chase that wick. Look at the 3-day. Look at the 3-day, completely overbought. This thing is going to tank. Can I look at RWA, INC for sure? Okay, world assets, RWA. Wow, Mon would have been such a good short, guys. We made good money off that, but holy, that would have been a good short. Let's see here. World assets, protocol, solution protocol. Okay. You've also got all these other projects. Perfect. So I don't know. You're kind of just ranging. If you want, you can call this a macro rounded bottom. But that is the only TA I would really do on it because it is ranging at this volume node. So you're ranging at that volume rate node right now on INC. Maybe a good accumulation, but I wouldn't really go too much into detail on that. Like, yeah, you're just really ranging. It is in a bit of a downtrend though, because, well, okay, it hit the bottom, hit the top. You're just ranging sideways, right? Triple bottom, ranging sideways. Definitely check it out though. All right, what do we got trending? Did Meme Core pump yet? I know we looked on this on the live the other night. We got a huge gap on Meme Core. It's in a bearish pennant. 4 hours overbought. 4 hours in a little bit of an uptrend. Huge fair value gap right here. So I would say we kind of do this, fake out, maybe push back up, but it is going up on your dailies. So I would watch Meme Core, guys, for Scalp. If it pumps out of this conversion line, you have a conversion line right here, which is the middle line, essentially holding your support and your resistance. You know what I want to check out? I want to see something. We're going advanced trading for a bit, very advanced. Okay, I'm going to turn off all these indicators, guys, for a moment. And I want to check out the top coins on my Ichimoku Cloud. So this is I'm not going to enter any trades or call any trades because I want all my indicators on, but we are going to turn on the Ichimoku cloud for a moment. And we're going to count 30 bars. And for those of you that don't know about this, that's fine. 30 bars, there should be a drop right here on BTC. Bang, 30 bars. I'm going to go to XRP. And XRP is $30 bars. So it might be. Go look at the daily. Daily is overbought from here to here. Yeah, no, we're breaking. We're breaking all supports, even on XRP, on everything. So what it looks like is going to happen is we're probably going to come down. I would say we form a higher low because we never hit the top of the challenge. So we come down to this area. We form a higher low. Where's my 618? Maybe the higher low is right here, or maybe it's in this area at your 786, 886. But this definitely looks like a real drop, even after looking at the Ichimoku cloud. Sure, Tokyo might have manipulated a bit, but my Ichimoku cloud is my one indicator that does not fake out. Like any indicator fakes out, but just going to be a beautiful run up when things recover. And on Bitcoin, oh, that would have been a perfect drop. I was at a hockey game when the drop happened. I took profit on my long. I'm on MetaTrader 5. Or on MEXC and MetaTrader 5, that is. Here's a trade that is looking really, really good, guys. If broccoli ends up breaking this support, this thing is going to tank. And look, you can see on a lot of these projects that your Ichimoku cloud is you keep on bouncing off resistance on your Ichimoku. Why is that important? The reason that it's important is because you know you're in a real downtrend. So if this broccoli trade, guys, ends up breaking support here, it could really dump. I wanted it to pump at least up to here and dollar cost average. So what I would do is on my short, I'm going to dollar cost average up here and continue back down. But this is a dynamite short, and this thing has so much potential. So when you're looking at profit potential, here's my short. Stop loss would have to be pretty tight. Low leverage, 3x, 2x, 4x. 4x is probably fine. You want a 1 to 3 trade, right? So at least a 1 to 3. Okay. 1 to 3 is looking pretty good in this area. Low leverage, guys. You don't want to try and gamble the market, right? And then come down. Big money traders look for a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 4. People who gamble look for a 1 to 1 or a 1 to 2. And usually you're just breaking even back and forth, right? Okay, So now that we got the Ichimoku cloud, I don't really need to use any other indicators in the cloud right now to tell where we're going to go. You can see into London. We're not in the London session, but you can see all of Tokyo is distribution. It looks like manipulation for sure. We got to see what happens. Smash up that like button, guys. If you are on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, follow. If you haven't joined, guys, mighty.beastlimitless.com. It is our free group, completely free group. We have trainings, we have mindset stuff, we have trade calls in here. All right, so check it out, completely free. And welcome to the community. And what happened with my camera? Okay, that's fine. No idea what happened to the camera. All right. So let's see what else we can find. Nothing's trending. Zcash is 380. We've been trying to line up this short for a bit on ZEC, and now it is completely tanking. So what should happen? Yeah, there we go. 30 bars. Let's see if we've got 30 bars here. Bang, 30 bars. And if nobody knows what I'm doing, guys, don't worry about it. It is not that easy. So now that we know Zcash broke this kind of support here, if you will, we're looking for a back test to about 423. And we're looking for a continuation to back down. So here's the back test. Here's the resistance. Here's the downtrend. Okay, so we're in the downtrend. We're hitting the top of the downtrend. We can see it right here. We should back test to about 425, 427-ish area, and then continuation back down. So that is what we're looking for if we're looking for a setup on Zcash. Now, guys, again, Zcash can dump all the way to low levels, very low levels. First, you're looking at about 217. Then you're looking at about $111, 115 roughly. So 44 minutes left on this Bitcoin drop. All right. Pretty much stable coins are trending. Pax G, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, not too bad. See, Bitcoin Cash did pump a bit. People are putting money, well, we're putting money into Bitcoin Cash. Okay, now that I know that we crossed over here, everything is what it seems. We are going to throw everything back on our chart. We're going to delete. We're going to delete. We're going to hide the Ichimoku cloud because that's going to be too much. So here's your double top on Bitcoin Cash, which is evident. 3-day, you're kind of back testing the break of the RSI here on Bitcoin Cash, which would be a continuation of a downtrend here. So there's an opportunity to short BCH. Here's a little range. I imagine Bitcoin Cash comes back up to about, hopefully to about 540. If Bitcoin Cash comes back up to about 540, we're kind of just in a rounded top, if you will. So what Bitcoin Cash should do is something like that. And that is going to be very, very good profit. So now we're really waiting for the bounce back to resistance. So we pump back up to here and then we continue down, or that is what we would be looking at. And again, guys, when you're looking at these trades, make sure they are a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 5. You're going to be wasting a lot of time trying to catch the bottom when you're going to go back up, right? So you got a nice stop loss there. And then you're pretty much running a 1 to 3 here. If you want to get rich in trading, and I mean make a lot of money, then you're looking for a continuation like that. And that is essentially what we have right there with the arrow, right? So we're going to set an alert here on Bitcoin Cash. I really like the short setup. I'm starting a series, guys, in the new year called 365 Days to a Millionaire. It isn't any pressure or anything, but it's pretty much seeing how quick we could turn $1,000 into a lot of money, right? So you get the continuation of the bounce right here. So I will be posting that on social media content. I've already uploaded a few episodes, just waiting until they're rocking and rolling. We're in profit on everything that we've been trading the last couple of weeks. Like even on my MetaTrader, I don't know if you guys can see this, but even on MetaTrader, we're doing okay too. So here's the fake out. We come down to the bottom of the support, and people are going to look at this as a pennant, and it is technically. But really what we're waiting for is that resistance and then the drop, because we already broke the trend and we're going sideways, right? All right, Bitcoin, we need a bounce, please. Actually, no, we don't. I'm in shorts. Why am I asking for a bounce? Oh, because I want a dollar cost average on my short, right? I would like broccoli to come back up to here, and I'm going to DCA. And then, like, look at that, man. That is money. Well, technically, yeah, no, we did break out. I would just have to redraw the RSI. Beautiful trade on broccoli. Man, there's not much going on in crypto right now, or at all. Like any good projects that. Okay, here's the project that actually might do something if if we're very bottomed. Compound, like the fact that compound is what, 27 bucks is insane to me. No, we're probably going to go chase the wick on comp too. We do have a continuation here off this bullish dive. So there's a possibility that comp can pump to 46, but risk to reward, we already pumped too much. All right, guys, is anyone in any trades at the moment y'all want me to look at? Weird. Why is my camera's camera's acting up? There we go. In a Loca short, man, everything's being delisted. They're wiping out the crypto market. They're wiping out all of the... I think we knew this was going to happen originally. League of Kingdoms, Loca. Oh, yeah, dumping, right? Look at that pump. Pumped out of nowhere. Wow, $1. That's insane. Oh, that's on the daily. Okay. A lot of coins are going to zero. This is a great reset. Great reset, guys. It is what it is, right? We gotta... Now we're... Okay, so if you're looking for a rough take profit on Loca Sinister, I would be looking right here at around 0.34. I know you scalp lower time frames, but this is where I'd be looking at roughly taking profit on Loca. And again, guys, non-financial advice. Please, look over your own TA. I trade different than you. You trade different than me. You trade different than your neighbor and people in the chat. So make sure you guys are monitoring your risk. Just because I say a coin is going to dump or pump doesn't mean it is going to happen. It is an idea. It is a scenario. And make sure you guys aren't using high leverage, right? Man, I really want broccoli to go up one more time to that resistance and then tank, because I could DCA and make crazy money on it. And just so you guys know, to the new people, because I know there's no new people in this live, I've been trading for about 7 years-ish. Launched a trading brand 4 years ago. Got over 40,000 people. And just looking to kind of get back into it. Wider stream. I guess that would be the best way of putting it. We only were on one platform before, so now we're trying to get on everything. We're still in our accumulation box for London, okay? So things, unless we go down again here in Wick right here, this is my golden area for Bitcoin. And shout out to all the people on the live, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Look at XRP. We did look at XRP, but I'll do it again. XRP is shocking me. I did not think it would be this low. I really didn't. I knew it could dump before the So here's the thing with XRP now. That 3-day fair value gap is gone. We broke it. So now you're going into this daily and 18-hour fair value gap, which means that XRP should bounce off this area right here, which is around $2-ish, right? We did reject the conversion line, the resistance right here. We're kind of rejecting that. But now you're going to see XRP kind of bouncing off of this in this area. That is where you're going to I'm very shocked, though. XRP never hit the top. So there is going to be a fake out. We just got to see where the fake out is in the market, right? This has to be manipulation. I don't see this as distribution, because what is New York going to do? Manipulate then? Possibly. If the session in New York manipulates and they pump it all the way up to here and dump it, that's a possibility. There's a rounded bottom forming. So there's a really good rounded bottom forming here in the market, which would do that. But I would say you're going for this area right here before anything. Golden pocket, and then continue. Could be wrong, could just break it, and then, well, we're going to have to figure something else. If we break this and just keep on dumping, you can call this. We all know we're going to touch here, guys, right? I put a YouTube short out, and I said, Wall Street targets the 800 SMA, right? Very big. This is the target, okay? If you're going to long in the process of hitting this target, then you need to understand you're being very risky, but Wall Street is definitely going to hit this target, okay? 100%. We just got to figure out when. So we've got 29 minutes left here, fam. Keep on smashing that like button, guys. Make sure you guys have Twitch open in the background. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you have YouTube open on the background. We're just going to watch the drop. Essentially, we need to wait for a move. Nothing is moving until Bitcoin moves. I want to see if we break the accumulation zone right here. I would love to break it. Then I could just make bank on broccoli. No problem, no problem. And Sinister, shout out to you for this broccoli setup, man. Great setup. Really, really good setup. Man, look at this. Everyone should be happy this is happening, guys, and we're getting reflush in the market because the wealth is changing hands. And even if you start off with $100, when we recover and go bullish again and everything, I'm talking altcoins, Bitcoin is steady, whatever, you'll make money for sure. And that is the goal at the end of the day, right? For all of us to make money, help each other out, live the dream life. One big 4-hour, I don't know what you want to call that. Middle finger, I guess. Does anyone actually have spot positions at the moment, guys? Is anybody holding, or did everybody sell their spot, their hodl? No spot. No, I sold all my stuff too. Altcoins really started dropping when Bitcoin broke that 75K down. Did a lot of people notice that when it was at 75K in that head and shoulder? So I'm talking all the way up here. Or wait, all the way up is here when I sold my alts, right? Tim, I appreciate you, brother. So remember when we were looking at the head and shoulder, for those of you that were actually on the live back then? This is when I got out of the market. Even though we've pumped all the way up here, altcoins didn't really do anything because money was flowing into Bitcoin. Well, now a lot of altcoins are going to go to nothing. Yeah, there will be a bottom for sure. The question is when, right? So really what retrograde did is it showed us the false direction, the recovery, and then we are dropping, which is the real direction, which makes complete sense for the actual direction of the market, right? Tim, I'll reply to you later about question about what you said earlier. I just was getting set up for the live. Jordan, how you doing? Are you ready to get back into trading, bro? Because this is it. This is the time. You make so much money shorting, like crazy amounts of money shorting. We just watched the drop in our London accumulation. If it breaks here, we obviously know we're going to this area. So I want to see if it ranges. right, in this accumulation volume node, or we break it and go down and back test. This is what I don't know. Are we going to back test? Because we never actually did the breakout. What happened is, guys, I don't know if a lot of people see this, but we broke out and continued up and broke trend, coming down to essentially backtest that breakout, since we never actually backtest that breakout. It could just keep on dumping, but that is a good scenario to look at, right? Black swan or what? No, this is not a black swan, I'll tell you. So many things are getting delisted. I'm looking at coins, guys, and they're literally 50%. Like, look at this. Like, imagine you putting money or pumping this coin as an influencer, okay? I personally am never going to pump a coin as an influencer. And if I take money from a project to promote it, I'm going to make sure I mark levels to get out, because this is ridiculous. Like, everybody was talking about Brett up here. I think in one of my videos I said Brett could go down to 0.1 and people thought it was crazy. People thought it was crazy. Look where Brett is right now. Look at this fake out on Brett. CJDV, do you remember that, man? We were talking about 1 cent here, 1 cent here. It would never happen, right? But I will say that Brett is in a very nice downtrend channel. CLV is another delisting to short. Sinister, appreciate you. Okay, let's go take a look at our RSI heat map. We'll go to the 4-hour time frame. We'll go the 24-hour time frame. Wow, Berachain. Is that Berachain? BERA? Did this get delisted off MEXC? Oh. Wild. You're new to trading. What would I suggest you get into? Absolutely nothing right now. Join the app. It is completely free, mighty.beastlimitless.com. CJDV or someone will tag you. And we're going to be doing a big webinar in December for the whole world. We're doing big advertisements across the world. I'm going to have a whole thing going, giveaways, all that jazz. But we're going to be doing a very big webinar and teaching the beginner art of trading to 20. Well, beginner art of leaving the 9 to 5 for 2026. So join mighty.beastlimitless.com. Okay. CJDV pinned the link, and you will learn a lot. And Bera can absolutely tank, guys. Like, this could drop all the way down to 49. I'd be setting an alert here. I just don't trade in the middle. I've got wrecked too many times trading in the middle. But I would be looking for a long here, because there's a possibility that this thing bounces up and pumps sideways to maybe like $1. Education is your friend. The more you know, the better. Yeah. So make sure you guys know. And guys, I'm also going to have a scalping strategy too to post for a webinar for intro to 2026. I don't scalp typically on the lives, but that's because I can't watch the charts. But yeah, make sure you join our app. It is completely free. You don't have to pay for nothing. Come say hi. And when we have that webinar, we're going to post it. All right. We're also doing a 365 days to millionaire vlog series that I haven't posted yet, but I've been recording. And we are crushing it, might I add. Learn to short. Yeah, learn to short for sure. I never knew Twitch had a crypto following. I thought it was all video games, but it does make sense for sure. Luna, what's up? Since the market is down, you want to say hi to people? I don't know. Okay, guys, we got 16 minutes left here on this close. Luna, come. She doesn't want to say hi. Couple minutes left here, guys. So we're bouncing into the fair value gap, okay? This is what we're noticing right now. Can I pin it on YouTube? Mighty Dot. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess it's not pinned, CJDB. You should be a mod. You are a mod. I don't. Oh, there you go. I don't know. She walked away. She's like, I don't have time for this market, man. We just need some real direct. Well, we know we're in a downtrend, but we're now into the fair value gap. So this should be the accumulation stage for London. Okay. That means I wouldn't really be longing or shorting in this area unless you're a volatility scalper, although there's still a possibility this does come down to 84, whatever I said. That's so weird, man. You used to be able to. Sign up tonight for TradingView. Yep. I'm gonna share it. Sinster's right. Sign up tonight for TradingView. Maybe the last or 2 day for their super cheap Black Friday sale. Okay. Absolutely. And guys, the regular times we're going to be doing these lives so people know and have a bit of a schedule is 8 a.m. CST, Monday to Friday. We had a bit of a hiccup last week with the streaming software. 8 a.m. CST, Monday to Friday in the evening. It is a very lengthy schedule. So if I can't come, you need to be on Mighty to see the updates, okay? But for sure, we are going for that schedule, all right? Wow, you know what? This is actually going to... I need broccoli to break that support, and then we make bank. That 15 minutes is very, very overbought. Wow, look at Bonk. Bonk is getting bonked. Literally, this is a good short, guys, as well. Because at the beginning of the year, we seen that Bonk pumped. Believe it or not, Bonk is still on an uptrend. Believe it or not. So keep an eye on Bonk right here. Because either we are going to dump very, very hard, or we are going to recover and absolutely skyrocket. So we've got our 382 right here. That would be the bounce. This isn't your 618 because I'm flipping the chart. If we break it, we are dropping all the way 800 freaking %. 800% if we break this channel. If we don't, we are pumping about 13,000%. Okay, 13,000% or 800% or lower, actually, because if we end up breaking this, this will probably drop all the way back down to your volume node. Yeah, game over, right? So make sure you guys set an alert on Bonk around 00, whatever that is, 574. Or actually, I would set it around 00786 because the profit potential on shorting Bonk and longing Bonk is insane. Absolutely insane. All right. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to our network community. We're building this in a bearish market, guys. So imagine what we're doing in a bullish market. All right, so we got 10 minutes left roughly on this 4-hour drop. Where did my accumulation rectangle go? Does anyone notice TradingView just deletes stuff for them sometimes? Like, I set up a perfect London accumulation window, and it deleted it. Yeah, TradingView is the best. So you have to have TradingView. TradingView is a must. I wouldn't even look into it. I would just buy it. Non-financial advice. I can't tell you to buy anything, but this is what I'm using, and you can kind of study with a cheap plan. You don't need all these indicators to trade. You really don't. Only a couple. RSI, MACD, they're all free. Momentum indicators, stochastic RSI, right? All right, we wait for Bitcoin to do what it is going to do. Question is, we put a poll. Do you guys think Bitcoin is going to pump off of this accumulation volume node? Or do you think Bitcoin is going to continue dumping to 84K? Or do you think Bitcoin is going to keep on dumping to 76? Broccoli is not letting me DCA, which is fine, but man. Yeah, paper trading, right? 6 minutes left. Who's all new here? And who's from before? Where are you guys all tuning in from? Let's get to know each other a bit. I would say 20% chance we rebound on BTC, 80% chance we're going to 76. Yeah, so if we go to 76, that would be down here. 76.5. I don't see us breaking this channel. This is a very strong channel from the breakout right here. So I don't see us breaking the channel. Shout out to London. I see DNB in your name. Are you into drum and bass? That would be pretty much down here at around 76.6. And there is liquidity around 70, 75, 76. CJTV, what is up? Florida, shout out to Florida. See what this candle does, guys, on Bitcoin. Jordan, what is up? What is up? New from Alberta. Shout out to Alberta. I just was in Alberta. I was in Lloydminster working. I was taking a break from trading. I was bored of it, and I needed a break. You produce drum and bass content. I have CDJ 3000, and I play drum and bass and dubstep. Do you have Ableton? This guy's going to have Ableton. I'll do free crypto lessons if you would teach me Ableton. I'm trying to get better at it. You might already be good at trading, but Stampede. Yeah, the Stampede is pretty cool. Can you take a look at Zeri, bro? No problem, Moises. Appreciate you, brother. Holy, that is a wick. My Ableton, Fruity Loops. Yep. I'm big into drum and bass, jungle, DNB. Actually, we have a crew here, jungle DNB. So the reason why this is bouncing, guys, for Cerebro, whatever you call it, Cerebro, I don't care, is because of this big fair value gap. Tim, Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee is nice. The Caverns is nice, man. Breakbeat is also my thing too. So let's just say here you're ranging at your 618 area. So this should be a bounce on Cerebro. But I don't know. This is going to be your downtrend. And that would take you from here to here. So possibly, Moises, this should retrace to about 0.32. But again, we're in a downtrend. So that is up to yourself, right? I know you like longing the market, which is fine. That is kind of what you're looking at. All right, 2 minutes left on this candle, guys. And obviously, Bitcoin. Now we're in the London accumulation range. London is not open yet, but we're definitely in accumulation range for London. Thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate you. It means a lot. And thanks for everybody else new to the live. Appreciate you guys. I also do Forex and stocks, MetaTrader, not just crypto. Let's go take a look at PAX for a moment. So obviously gold is going to hit the top, but PAX is also going to hit the top in this uptrend. Right, so we got a bounce here on PAX. We got PAX G, which is gold. Can come up to here. And I'd be looking for a short there. Actually, can anybody... I haven't even looked at MEXC for shorting PAX. Is that even possible? I haven't traded PAX. I know Coinbase, you can trade PAX, but I believe MEXC you can too. I just can't find it on TradeView. So yeah, I'd be looking for a short on PAX G at the top because it's a beautiful channel and it's been following it very, very well. CJDV, are you actually working at McDonald's or are you messing with me? We're going to set an alert here on PAX around 4,300. And now let's go back to Bitcoin. Yeah, no, we're going to keep coming down. One more thing, too, is the MACD, guys, is completely coming down here in the 4-hour. Anyone who remembers me doing lives at 1 a.m. in the basement with the concrete wall, I remember someone posted, man, can't even use a background. when I draw my trends, do I always use the 4-hour? I use the 4-hour to zoom out, but yeah, essentially I'm using the bigger trend line. Like, I have a lot of trends, right? This could, the reason I put this as a trend is because it is a support, right? And you can see it retraced right here and continue down. But I draw 15-minute trend lines. I draw 5-minute trend lines, right? Essentially, anything looks like it will have support or resistance, I draw a trend line. I never used to do that. It used to just be the higher time frames. But it is going to give me more information on seeing what is potentially happening, right? Yeah, it looks like we are definitely coming down on this 4-hour here for another 3 hours. So London isn't open yet, which is fine, which means we're most likely going to target around that 85.4 region. I guess it would be 83.5, not 85, 83.5. So I'm going to set an alert right here too. And guys, if you're new and you haven't followed on x.com, if you guys have an X account, go follow. The name is Beast X Bitcoin on X. All right. I want to go look at XRP because I want to see where the bounce is on XRP. So we're bouncing off the fair value gap. Channels are a great tool for the decision tree as well. Yes. Okay, so we are kind of bouncing off the fair value gap here on XRP. But I would say at this range, you're going to come down from this area and then continue up. It all depends what the New York session is going to do tomorrow. Guys, look at Book of Meme. That is brutal. A lot of these coins are going to go chase that liquidation wick. Probably all of them. Because Bitcoin already did, right? Book of Meme is brutal. Hit the bottom of the channel. Is there any bullish dive? Tim, remember when we were trading Book of Meme? There's a lot of bullish dive here. You're going to chase that wick all day. All day, all day. All right, so we're over 2 hours, guys, here on the live. Is there anything you guys want me to check out? I don't mind being live for another 4 hours, but it'll get redundant if we keep on going over the same thing. The nice thing about tomorrow is we're going to have the stock market open. We're going to have the trading market. We're going to have our Forex commodities market. PL1's about to break. Platinum's about to break. I want to go look at Tesla, actually. See if I'm going to show you guys the crypto people. The crypto people, I'm not leaving yet, Sinister. All right, I'm not leaving yet. For the crypto people, I'm going to show you guys how to trade Forex because you're going to have to learn in this market. That's the reality of it. I do want to look at a Tesla chart here because I want to see if Tesla's at the top. Oh no, Tesla has room to go. People are going to try to put options on this. And they're going to get wrecked because Tesla is going to go for a bearish divergence higher high. And this thing is going to rocket up to, not rocket, but you're looking at about 623 on Tesla. And why am I going over Tesla? Because the reality is people trade it. And even though there is bearish dive and stuff, you're aiming for the top of the channel for more bearish divergence at $6 or 600. What am I talking about? What is up, Josh? Have you done ADA? No, I'll do some ADA. Yeah, you can make a lot of money on Forex. All right, we've got broccoli breaking support if anybody wants to short it. Low leverage, non-financial advice. It could still technically come up to this resistance, but it is breaking. If it breaks this channel right here, then it is going to dump heavily. If it doesn't, don't short it. Cardano. Wow. Brutal. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be our channel on Cardano. I don't see this. Do we got any poker players in here, guys? Any WSOP champions? Anyone from the previous lives we were doing, guys? We were doing some poker games. Does anybody want to start playing poker again? It'd be cool to do some community events like that. Man, this is brutal because we never actually touched the top here. At least if crypto doesn't work out, my GTA 6 YouTube channel is gonna bring me to the promised land. I'm kidding. Yeah, it looks like ADA, guys, it's going to go for 24. Chase the wick all day, but ADA is very, very oversold. Where did we? 2024, we pumped up to $1.30. So ADA is going to chase the weekly RSI and touch the bottom. You could probably expect Cardano to go to about 24 cents, roughly. GTA 6 having digital currency, yeah, for sure. Got a nice trend line of support here, but if it breaks this, you don't want to short it yet. But if it breaks this support, which it looks like it will, you're looking at 24 cents, roughly. Don't short the bottoms, guys. Short the tops. I wouldn't be longing, but I wouldn't be. I'm going to send an alert right here. If ADA has a dead cat bounce right here, I'm shorting it all day. Drunk Dad Cardano. Tim. Yeah, Drunk Dad Cardano is not doing good. Falling down the stairs. I don't know what you want to call it, but Okay, guys, at 100 subscribers, I'll do a $50 cash giveaway. So we're almost at 100 subs, so kind of. So $50 cash giveaway to anybody that is on one of my lives, all right? And I'm telling you, you can turn that 50 bucks if you're trading Forex or crypto. I put this on my regular Facebook and people are commenting, what are you doing? Why aren't you working a regular job? That is so risky. What are you doing? Why don't you have a regular paycheck? It's been 4 years. I never told anybody in my local community about this trading and stuff like that. So 50 bucks at 100. At 100 subscribers. All right. Tim, it's going to be a long time, brother. Twitch, it should be good. There's just an error, but we are coming down, 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 guys. The 15-minute is almost overbought. London session. Time is it in London right now? Because we're still in the Tokyo session. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of time. So week 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 1, 2. So we got a lot of time for London. Asia is just going to bring us down. Send it to the bottom, please. So I can make bank off of broccoli. Send it to the bottom. Does anyone know what happened with the rate cuts for the Fed for Asia? Shout out to people from Rumble. The Rumble views were going up a bit. So it looks like we're building a community off Rumble a bit here too. If you guys are on Rumble, follow if you guys are on Rumble, like it up. Beast Limitless Trading. We had a Rumble viewership peak. So if you're on Rumble, I don't see people talking from Rumble, but if you are on Rumble, I appreciate you. Does mean a lot that you guys are spending time out of your day and coming on the live. Try to make it as exciting as possible. But this is now where we're aiming for. We're going to break the accumulation phase. Well, possibly. We're still in it. We're still in it to about 85.7, right? So and more topics that have opinions I will be talking about on Rumble in the future, okay? I'll word it that way. Sayonara, Timber. Right here. That is where we're targeting at the moment. Okay, guys, so I think we're going to end it there. Like, at this point, it's pretty redundant. We know that we can range in this area in London to kind of end off the live there. And we also know that we can drop down to here. If we end up dropping down to here, I'd be very cautious shorting this, at least set a trailing stop loss, okay? Because even though this may be distribution, if we keep on going, which is Asia, and then New York might manipulate up to here and then continue down. So I'm undecided. It's starting to look like this is actually going to continue going down and not one just liquidation candle. So I'm starting to think that New York is going to manipulate. I don't think London's going to manipulate. I think London is going to accumulate. But we'll see what happens in this area right here. Right? So again, guys, CST, right now it is 10 a.m. in the morning. We are going to be live tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning, roughly. So check up on the channel for around 8 a.m. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for all being here. And shout out to all the new people for the channel. Tried to do a banger live for you guys as much as possible. Make sure you're locked into Mighty if you guys aren't, okay? mighty.beastlimitless.com. Right here. This is our official app. We are so back. For the people that actually remember what we've been doing, we are so back. I have a passion for this again, guys, and I learned a lot in 5 months. Let's just say that. A lesson, life lesson. Hope you guys all have a blessed day, and take care. We'll see you on the live tomorrow, 8 a.m., and as long as everything goes kosher throughout the day, 8 p.m. CST. All right, take care, guys.